Juan Mendez Scott's Mystery Magazine.
A Sizzling Affair. Chapter 8. The Flickering Flames. The moment I hung up, I felt a wave of relief wash over me. I needed to get her off the phone before she could dig any deeper into my life. I poured myself a generous glass of wine, the deep red liquid sloshing into the glass as I tried to calm my nerves. I sank into the plush cushions of the family room couch, turning on the TV to distract myself. The room was a soothing mix of cool, bright colors, with wooden floors that gleamed under the soft light, and a plush money-green Beckett sectional couch from Haverty's that practically swallowed me whole. A stone gas fireplace dominated one wall, surrounded by paintings from African-American artists that added a splash of vibrant color to the space. But the TV, the wine, and the comfort of the room couldn't distract me from what I needed to do next. I was tired of waiting, tired of playing by everyone else's rules. It was time to put my plan into effect. I picked up my phone, the smooth glass cool against my palm, and dialed my husband's number. "Wow, what a surprise," Gary said, his voice lighting up as he answered the phone. I could almost hear the smile on his face, the happiness in his tone, as if he was genuinely pleased to hear from me. I had to keep my voice cool and calm, the steady anchor in a conversation that would steer us right where I needed him to be. "Why are you surprised?" I asked, letting a hint of curiosity creep in, knowing that playing along was part of the game. Gary was an average-height man, heavy-set, with hazel eyes that always seemed a bit too earnest and bushy eyebrows that gave his face a constant look of surprise. His eggshell complexion contrasted with the dark, slicked-back hair he kept meticulously groomed, and he sported a small goatee that he thought made him look distinguished. With his own IT business at the National Harbor pulling in $250,000 a year, Gary had built a life of comfort and success. But for me, that life was suffocating. "You hardly ever call me, especially when I'm on my business trips," he continued, his voice tinged with a mix of surprise and relief. "Well, surprise," I said, forcing a lightness into my tone. "What are you doing?" "I just got back from a meeting, so I'm just sitting here in my hotel room watching TV. It's good to hear your voice." I could sense the sincerity in his words, which only made what I was about to do feel more surreal, but I needed to stay focused. "It's good to hear your voice too, Gary," I replied, adding a layer of warmth to my voice, reeling him in, bit by bit. "I'm sorry that I've been going on all these business trips. You haven't been saying too much to me lately. I thought you didn't want me around," he confessed, his voice softening as if he was baring a part of his soul to me. "I do want you around. As a matter of fact, I'm feeling a little lonely right now," I said, playing the part perfectly. "Why do you feel as though I don't want you around?" "It just felt like we were growing apart. And that's the last thing I want to happen. I'm willing to do anything to make this marriage work, Jin. You know that." "I want it to work too," I lied, the words rolling off my tongue with practiced ease. There was a pause, and I could almost sense him gearing up for something more emotional, the kind of talk that would usually make me roll my eyes. "I can't remember the last time we made love," he said quietly, the words laden with longing. I knew he was hinting at what he wanted when he got back in town, and I needed to steer the conversation away from that quickly. "Yeah, I know," I said, my tone dismissive as I searched for a way to redirect the topic. "Hey, I just got a phone call from your mother." "Oh, yeah? Is she okay?" His voice perked up slightly, concern replacing the earlier melancholy. "She said she called you, but you didn't answer your phone." "Yeah, I was at a meeting earlier, all day, as a matter of fact, sitting up in there praying I didn't fall asleep," he said with a tired chuckle, trying to lighten the mood. "Well, she pretty much accused me of not being a good wife. What did you tell her?" There was a slight hesitation in his voice, a nervous edge that made him sound like a schoolboy caught in a lie. "I told her that you haven't been saying much to me lately." I felt a surge of irritation and began pacing back and forth in front of the fireplace, the flickering flames casting a warm glow over the room. I wish you hadn't told her that. I told her it was my fault, me going away on business trips, that it was causing us to drift apart, he explained, his voice taking on a defensive tone, as if trying to deflect any blame away from me. But whether you say it's my fault or not, she's still going to blame me, I said, frustration creeping into my voice. Yeah, you know how overprotective my mother is, he replied, trying to brush it off, but I could sense the underlying tension.
On the next episode of Juan Mendez Scott's Mystery Magazine, Chapter 9, The Smile on My Face Lingering.